How long do I need to live in Mexico before I drop this insanity?
I would like to buy a big old dinosaur.
I do not yet have the vocabulary of a small toddler. I am finding this to be a very humbling experience. So that's actually not a good thing for our budget. So I'm on my way to my first Spanish lesson. I am super excited about the class because I am really anxious to learn Spanish. However, I am doing the most American thing this morning. The class starts at 9. The lady told me get here around 8:30 to register and everything like that. It's 8:31 and I'm stressing. I have been practically running. I would have run if I had worn decent shoes. In my family, if you're not 10 minutes early, you're pretty much late. And ever since having a kid, I'm on time about 30% of the time. So the other 70% I'm just a sweating, guilty mess. The thing is, I'm in Mexico and I'm pretty sure that nobody is gonna freak out that I'm here at 8:32 when somebody said be here at around 8:30. You know, how long does it take for some of this stuff to go away? That's what I want to know. How long do I need to live in Mexico before I drop this insanity? All right, let's go in. Hey guys, Harper is asleep. So I'm in here in the living room doing my Spanish homework. Oh, also how hilarious is this? This was just on the bookshelf of our apartment. So I was wondering what languages you guys speak and how you learned those languages. Leave me a comment down below and let me know. I am always so amazed by people who know more than one language. I took French in high school and college, and then when I graduated college, I promptly forgot everything. I loved French. I loved taking French classes. I didn't retain anything. And my experience with learning that language was I got pretty decent at reading it and writing it and speaking it, but not understanding it. So anyway, I'm really excited about Spanish. This was actually part of our list of things we're looking for in a place to move. Like a big plus is a Spanish-speaking country, because we want Harper to be able to learn Spanish when she's young. We'd love for her to learn Spanish when she's young enough to have a good accent. So yeah, I'm gonna go work on my adjectives and my numbers. Cause oh my word, these poor people who have to deal with me paying for things. Guys, I'm so bad at hearing numbers and knowing what amount to pay for things. People have been really nice. Let me tell you what, like, the people here have been extraordinary to us and so patient putting up with our language ability. Adios. I just left my Spanish class and I'm gonna go home and have lunch and do my homework. It is actually super exciting to be a student again. It's a little nerve-wracking. Also, I do not yet have the vocabulary of a small toddler, but I really want to learn. And you guys, I want to be fluent, and I don't even know if that's possible. Can you become fluent in Spanish if you pick it up so late? I don't know. When I can actually speak in sentences rather than just these awkward, ridiculous fragments, also lots of pointing and miming, I will be very happy. So fluency is the goal, but you know, it would be really nice to just be able to make some sense. Time for some Spanish homework. Harper, Jesse, and I have stopped in at Cafe Tal on the way to my Spanish lesson. So I am getting a chai latte. It is 33 pesos, and Jesse is getting, what did you get? Jesse's getting a vanilla latte for 33 pesos, and how much is your bagel? 39 pesos.
It's a kitty bank.
A kitty bank.
A kitty bank. And you're gonna be this guy.
Okay.
Mine, you'll be that guy.
Okay.
First I want to buy a bread, you see?
Oh, you want some of the bagel?
Aha, bagel.
Okay. It's got cream cheese on it too. Do you want to try it by with cream cheese? Have you ever had a bagel with cream cheese? It's really yummy.
Actually, are they slices?
We spread it on. It's kind of like peanut butter. We spread it on, but it's cheese. It's cheese.
Yes, I would like to buy a bagel, myself. I'm a video. I don't know this.
Pretty orange building.
Can I pick the only one?
No, these are...
And those little flowers. That's what started. Ding dong, ding dong. Ding dong, Let's go to the present.
Okay.
Go to the present. Let's go. It's really fast. What?
He went home.
That baby pigeon is throwing a snack.
Hey guys, I am out of my Spanish class. I learned all about the verb ser. So I've got a lot of homework to do tonight to practice that and some more adjectives. And Harper and Jesse had a lot of fun at the cafe, and then they came and picked me up. What'd you see?
Some up there.
I see, there's some pigeons on this wire.
And up there.
Yeah, and then Harper, and up there too. Harper and I are just exploring the streets around the Spanish school, and we happened upon this beautiful church. They're actually having a service right now, so I'm not gonna film the church right now, but we did stand outside and watch just a little bit of the singing. And so now we're gonna follow some pigeons and do a little bit more exploring. Let's go. Yes, pigeons. Okay, so I just got done doing some Spanish homework. Oh, I will tell you this. I know that we have probably been giving the Mexican people quite a good laugh as Harper and I walk through the city. We basically, like, I will basically point at anything that I know the Spanish word for and name its color. Because I figure, okay, I guess, you know, maybe I can teach Harper the colors. So that, like, that's what, you know, if you see us, you'll just see Harper and I, these two very, very white people wandering around going, green, blue. Oh, I am finding this to be a very humbling experience, because when you don't have language skills, you have to ask help all the time. You have to get help all the time. You don't know what you're doing. You walk around pointing out the colors of random cars and doors, and and generally I feel fairly silly a lot of the time, but it is what it is. It's always been so important to me to try to blend in, try to fit in, try not to seem so obviously like a tourist. But I've kind of given up on that at this point. Like, no way is anybody gonna ever think that I'm local. So I will walk around with my kid pointing out colors and butchering the language, but I'm trying, and that's all I can do. I can just try. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hey guys, I just left my last Spanish class for now. I took 1 week of lessons and just absolutely loved it. And I feel like every day I can say like a tiny little bit of new stuff, and that's really exciting. Right now I am going to walk home and I think have some lunch, and then Harper and I are gonna go see if we can locate a bookstore. I'd like to get a kind of like a Spanish textbook, a learn Spanish book, so let's see what we can find. Also, I love bookstores. Harper loves bookstores too, so any type of library, bookstore, anything like that, we are quite happy in. Stopped by the cheese shop on the way home. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is such good cheese. We took a bus into Centro, and now we are on our bookstore hunt. Hi, I know you want to stay. I know you want to stay. Harper and I just stopped in the cutest little bookstore with actually a phenomenal selection of books, but another woman had just been in and totally cleaned them out of Spanish language books. So Harper and I are on to bookstore number 2. You found a book that you want? Bless you. Bookstore 2 was also really wonderful, but no learning Spanish books. So we're striking out today. We've got one more place we're gonna check before, hold on, wait, stop. All right, so after that clip ended, bookstore 3 was also a bust. It was closed, and Harper was reaching the point in the day where she was just like over it, so there was no more filming that day. So after that day we found another bookstore, also could not find what I was looking for. So Jessie had actually signed up for a trial of Amazon Mexico, so I yeah, so I've started working on that. I'm working on verbs right now and words about telling time. And it's a lot harder doing this on your own than having a teacher. So eventually I definitely want to do either more classes or get a language partner, make some friends. I would really like that. So, oh, Amazon Mexico, same deal as Amazon in the US. Ordered things, got them the next day or a couple days later. This book was imported, so it took a few days instead of one day. I think Jesse said it costs about $50 for a subscription to Prime here, which is less than the US. So that's actually not a good thing for our budget. So, all right, I'm gonna close this here and go do some more Spanish work. If you guys have any tips on learning the language or apps you use, all that stuff is appreciated. I will see you guys later. Bye bye.